Yeah.
Huh?
or something.
That's a thing?
Is it Herbie though, or with a?
It's Herbie.
Yeah, Herbie Fully Loaded.
Yeah.
What?
That's what it's called. It's
Yeah.
probably on
What's
Disney.
it about?
It's about a.
It's about a
car?
car. That's a lie.
Is there nothing?
Named Herbie,
There's-
and he's fully loaded. In case
No,
you
he's
were
a
wondering.
little bug. He's like a Volkswagen bug.
Yeah.
And Lindsay Lohan is in this.
You don't know what I'm. You've never
No,
seen
the only
that?
car. Look, you guys are throwing that at me like that's the only movie that exists where cars are alive and talk. Okay, there's
It doesn't talk.
Name one other one.
No, he doesn't.
He's
It
telepathic.
doesn't talk.
Please name one other movie where cars are alive.
That one, like Stephen King.
What about Cars?
Brittany goes, "Oh,
Never
that
heard
Stephen
of it.
King movie."
What about Cars? There's
Never
three
heard of it.
them. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Definitely Grown Ups podcast. Today, we are here with... Excuse me.
I can't help it. Oh my gosh.
You guys gotta be quiet. I haven't introduced you yet. Today, host number 1 is me, of course, Austin Martin. Avery is host number 2. Are you here, Avery?
I am here.
And today is a special episode, all right? Today's a special episode. Today we got both of our wives on with us. I'm going to do some in a second, but they can wait. This is this is the first time that we're going to be having a guest on the podcast, or in this case, 2 guests on our podcast. And we're very excited. This is like a little practice run. We chose them for our practice run because if we mess up and totally embarrass them, they're stuck with us, so they can't do anything about it. So, all right. Brittany, go ahead and introduce yourself. Who are you?
I'm Brittany,
Oh.
Avery's wife.
Incredible. Brittany, what's your favorite color?
Blue.
Blue. All right. And Kassidy, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, you just did, didn't you?
I did. I
I'm
took your
Kassidy.
spotlight, didn't you? And Kassidy, what
I'm
would you say?
Austin's wife. I guess I should say that.
Yeah, that's my wife, and the other one here is the other one's wife. Right,
My
guys?
wife.
So, yeah, we're going to have some fun today, though. Going to talk to each other a little bit, get to know these 2 lovely
I
ladies.
thought you were going to ask me a question.
I mean, it's only fair you asked me a question.
That's
so.
fair enough. Cassidy, what's your favorite song?
Really? You can't ask me that. I really don't know. That's too hard.
What's your favorite movie?
The Proposal.
Why?
Because it has Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds, and they are the most beautiful people on the planet, and I love them and want to be both
It
of
also
them.
has Betty White.
And Betty White. Like, how can you not? How can you
Yes.
not love it?
Have you seen the interview with Sandra Bullock? Because like her and Ryan Reynolds are friends outside of that movie, but she's referring to his partner, his downstairs partner, if you're catching my drift, and
His penis.
yes, and was like, his little thing. Well, it's not little, but his thing, and like gestures, and it's like, oh, Ryan Reynolds packing heat.
I have not seen that.
Come with that schmeat.
Yeah, schmeat.
Okay. Well,
I mean, we've already talked about Ryan Reynolds' wiener. This is an excellent episode so far.
yeah, no, and that movie is good too. I actually enjoyed it. Have you watched it? I saw you shaking your head, Brittany.
I've only seen the scene
Oh, my goodness.
when they're in the woods and
Really?
to the window and to the wall.
So you haven't seen the part where Oscar from The Office is a stripper?
No.
Oh my gosh. We're going to watch
We have
it
to
when
watch
we go
it.
home tonight.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious watching him. And what's even funnier is some of the dance moves you see him do as the stripper in The Proposal. There's a few episodes of The Office where you catch him dancing and stuff, where he's doing the exact moves from the stripper scene. It's so funny, to hit the correlation.
That's so funny.
So, Brittany, what's your favorite movie? You can't say The Proposal.
Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch, like the movie. Isn't there more than one movie?
Yeah, but I like the first one.
Okay, the first one's the best. Do you like
Yeah.
the show too?
We started watching the show. It's not as good as the movie, but it'll do.
So tell me, does the show and movie both start the same way? Is it the same story being told through both? Or is like one different than the other? What's the difference between the two?
So like the show is like different, like little monsters. So it's not just Stitch. It's like different experiment numbers.
Oh.
And like there's a different one in every episode, and like Lilo and Stitch try to find like a way for them to fit in because they all have like different abilities.
Uh-huh.
And so like they try to find out a way for them to.
I didn't know that. I've never actually watched the show.
Really?
I've only ever watched the movie.
It's on Disney Plus.
Okay.
I to this day cannot eat a Burger King chicken sandwich without the taste of the smell of the Stitch burp from this like 4D thing they had at Disney when I was a kid, and Stitch burps at the end of it, and it smells so bad that night we had Burger King, and I had one of those sandwiches, and the whole thing tasted like Stitch burp because it was just stuck in my nose.
Oh no!
To this day, I can't do it.
And that's Cassie, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just trying to be relatable.
To all the people who are like, oh, dude, Stitch burp. That's...
Right? There
Oh,
were at
I
least
know what
like
you mean,
4 of
Stitch
us that I
burp.
know of were there. And they're all my
There
family.
were other people too. They were just hiding their faces, so no
Yeah,
one
yeah.
knew that they were there. You know, that's funny. So you have anything you want to talk about here today, Avery?
Well, I mean, you asked everybody else what their favorite movie is. What's your favorite movie?
I have no idea.
We haven't done a movie episode.
We
There's no
haven't
reason
done a
why
movie
we can't
episode.
talk about it.
Well, so I don't know, because I'm a big MCU fan. Everyone knows this. I always talk about it, right? So the first Iron Man movie is definitely up there for me. But High School Musical 2.
Oh
You
my
have-
gosh.
Are you being serious?
High School
Or-
Musical 2 is such a good movie.
He keeps. I swear he's just messing with me because during the last episode we recorded, I pretended to like Teen Titans Go for approximately 4 minutes.
Honestly, though, I would not be surprised if he was telling the absolute honest truth right now.
Okay. Since you guys are being so mean about it, I'm going to pretend and say, no. I mean, something different. Yeah.
High School Musical 2, really?
Look, High School, it's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
It's got the best songs. That's the one that Fabulous is in. Fabulous, top 3 favorite songs. And
Okay. That explains a lot about you as a person.
and look, but fine. You know what? Negate it, all right?
No, it's too late.
Let's forget it.
You already said it.
I'll edit it out.
No, you're
worries.
not.
Then I guess Mean Girls.
I expected that from you.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
I can
He knows every single word
to Mean
to that
Girls.
show.
We
I
just
turned
watched it
it
the
on,
other
yeah.
night, yeah.
And
Go
I
ahead.
was like, I turned it on and I was like, I was looking over and he was just like, every word. He was just like, ah, yeah. And I was like, ah.
I just remember you go Glen Coco.
Yes.
Go Glen Coco. No, yeah. The Mean Girls is like one of the best movies ever created.
Is that
Yeah.
Lindsay Lohan?
That is Lindsay Lohan.
That's
yeah.
what
Dude,
makes
I
it so
got it.
funny because
Let's
you
go.
hate Lindsay Lohan.
I do. She's ridiculous.
Dude, she's in Herbie or Kirby or what's
Herbie?
the
It's Herbie.
dumbass car's
Herbie?
name?
Herbie.
Kirby?
Kirby is the...
Kirby's the pink guy that sucks
Yeah,
people
Herbie is
up.
Herbie is the like car that's alive
Yeah.
Huh?
or something.
That's a thing?
Is it Herbie though or with a...
It's Herbie.
Yeah, Herbie Fully Loaded.
Yeah.
What?
That's what it's called. It's
Yeah.
probably on
What's
Disney.
it about?
It's about a
It's about a
car?
car that's alive.
Is there nothing?
Named Herbie
There's-
and he's fully loaded in case
Oh,
you
he's
were
a little
wondering.
bug. He's like a Volkswagen bug.
Yeah.
And Lindsay Lohan is in this.
You don't know what I'm... You've never
No,
seen
the only
that?
car. Look, you guys are throwing that at me like that's the only movie that exists where cars are alive and talk. Okay, there's
It doesn't talk.
Name one other one.
No, he doesn't.
He's
He
telepathic.
doesn't talk.
Please name one other movie where cars are alive.
That one like Stephen King.
What about Cars?
Brittany goes, "Oh,
Never
that
heard of
Stephen
it.
King movie."
What about Cars? There's
Never
3
heard of it.
them. Oh goodness.
Well, there's really only 2. Nobody watches Cars 2.
So
Correct.
I've actually never watched all of Cars 3.
It's so good.
Is it?
It's Rocky Balboa, but with cars.
Yeah.
I need
Fair.
more explanation than that.
Okay, so Rocky Balboa is about the
So Lightning McQueen starts boxing.
So close, actually. Yes, yeah, float like a Cadillac, sting like a Beamer. That's an actual quote from Cars 1. High five, Brittany. Thanks for leaving me hanging. But no, so he crashes at the beginning of the movie, and then he's training back up to be the very best, and then spoiler alert for if you haven't seen it, during the race he realizes that he isn't good enough. So then the girl that's been training him finishes the race for him, and then she hits the main antagonist, Jackson Storm, with the Lightning McQueen flip over top of car with tongue sticking out meme. Yeah, the ka-chow. And then she wins, and then wow. Then that's the movie.
Okay. And Mater's not the main character of this one like he was the second one?
No, they realized that Larry the Cable Guy needs to be there approximately 15% of the movie, not 95%.
It is
of the
funny
movie.
because when you go back and you watch the first Cars movie, the best part of it is Mater. And so it's common sense that they were like, all right, second Cars movie, Mater's the main character basically this time. And it totally went south. It was so bad. I mean, they also made him into, wasn't that the one where he's like a secret agent?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dumb.
It was garbage.
Yeah, it's...
Honestly, I don't know if I've ever watched any of those movies all the way through.
Dude, Rascal.
I've seen them at least twice, if not 3 times.
I've
maybe
seen
5.
I've seen that first Cars movie at least 85 times.
I just didn't really like. I didn't care about it when I was younger.
I mean, the Rascal Flatts version of Life is a Highway smacks so
Okay.
hard,
Yeah.
and you can't tell me otherwise.
I do agree with that,
But that's the only part you
but
care
that's
about.
only because it doesn't even matter.
No, this is a podcast.
Only
lady.
because when I was in, I don't know, what were we, like 4th grade, and the high school show choir came to like our gym and performed for us. Do you remember this?
I wasn't in
Okay.
Blackford.
I went to
and-
Montpelier.
And I was in
you
Blackford in
losers.
first
I lived
grade.
in Muncie.
You losers. On the bright
We're
side,
losers.
my memory is
you went
not
to Hartford.
true.
The only
On the
bigger
bright side-
loser is him for going to Montpelier.
Well, the good news is it's not my memory then. But the show choir came and everyone thought they were amazing because they had sparkly dresses and could kind of sing and dance, and they sang that song.
The only people I remember coming where almost all of us were there, I think except for Brittany, is in middle school when the dude came who was definitely gay and had the 2 backup dancers, and they sang Cooler Than Me, and he had the bright sparkling shoes.
That was so
I don't remember that.
dumb.
You don't remember that?
No.
I remember I was next to Elena, shout out to Elena. I stood right next to her, and she flipped out the whole time. And I liked the guy's shoes, and I didn't, It was a whole thing about like them talking
Question.
about.
Shoes.
What
No,
made
I like
what
the
made
shoes.
him what made him
One more time.
what made you just now describe him as definitely gay? Because if it wasn't the shoes, then I want to know. I just need to know.
I mean,
You're
it was
just
like
assuming people's sexuality.
no,
Cancel
it was
on Twitter.
cancel me. Anyway, no, it was the whole point of them being
Okay.
there, and the songs they
I'm just
chose was
checking.
to be like, "Oh, we are the same as everyone
it
else."
was an express
you know?
yourself kind
Like,
of thing, wasn't it? Because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I might be misremembering it because I was in an in-school suspension and then they still let me go. So not only was I already being punished for the whole day, but then I had to go to this school gathering where these people just sung and danced, and then if you weren't jumping up freaking out as much as you absolutely could,
Which I
they'd
was.
run up into the bleachers and like mess with you
Yeah.
to like get you to participate. And I was already in school suspension. I clearly didn't want to be there. I just wanted to go back and take a nap, but no, I had to be there. But I do recall it being like
they-
embracing everything about yourself, and he definitely
that was, I'm pretty sure that was the point. Like, they were trying to say that without saying it because, like, back then it was still not, like, it wasn't, like, okay to do yet. You know what I mean? Like,
It wasn't like celebrated.
right. And so that was the point of their being there, though.
I was just asking because you were so in love with his shoes.
His shoes were awesome. They were like sparkly and like they were like silver, but they weren't like bedazzled. I don't know how to explain it. Like they had like cool triangles.
Glittery.
They were huge. They weren't glittery. They weren't sparkly. But like the big triangles themselves were shiny.
The
It was
fact that you
super dope.
remember in such grave detail.
Because that's the only thing I took from that whole thing
He
was
doesn't
dude,
remember-
that
I
guy's
must not have
shoes
been
are
there that day.
He doesn't remember the day your son was born. He can't remember what day in November it was, but he can remember that dude's
No
shoes down to the triangles.
Look, numbers and shoes are two different things, okay? I remember everything that happened the day our son was born, but I don't remember the day it happened on. That's the least important detail of all of it.
Sorry, Ollie.
So,
Hey, Dad, when's my birthday? Oh, you know,
know.
it was sometime.
There wasn't quite snow on the ground yet.
but it was a stressful day, son. It was a stressful day.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no stress.
Oh, it wasn't stressful for you.
I'm totally kidding.
You're right. It was way harder on me than it was on you. That's
Okay,
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, no.
So you know what might be fun? So
Yeah.
I don't know if Kassidy's listened to our other episodes that
I
we've
have.
released, but I know Brittany's listened to most of them. And I was getting flamed earlier by Brittany specifically, so maybe we could ask them how they've thought about the first few episodes that we've put out. This is like our first actual fan interaction because
Who said I like you?
we don't have bigger
Am
fans
I a
than our
fan?
wives,
Yeah.
or
You've
not.
watched every
You know, I
episode.
was trying to be
I haven't
sweet,
watched
like
every episode,
Yeah,
I'm
so
gonna be
I like.
honest.
I have painstakingly listened to every second. No, I'm just kidding.
I think that's a
Give
good
me a
idea.
D. D. Give me an I. I. Divorce.
Oh, I didn't know what you were going to spell. I thought you were going a different direction with that.
I thought the cheer was halfway done. I didn't realize
Yeah.
there was more than that.
That too.
So
Well, yeah. So we'll kind of just. First of all, I want to hear your top 3 superheroes each. Go.
Spider-Man?
let's go.
I just grew up with Spider-Man, and it was my mom's favorite, and so I always wanted to be my mom, so I guess I like Spider-Man too.
Why'd your mom like him so much?
I have no idea.
Toby Maguire's.
Why do you like him so much?
I don't...
Which actor's your favorite?
Oh, definitely Tom Holland.
There you go. I like it.
But I still love the other movies. I'm not
Right.
like, because they came out with the new ones, I'm not like, oh, forget the old ones. Because that's dumb.
Okay. You don't have any other favorite heroes you can
Oh, I
think of?
do. Okay.
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 2 more. Hit
See,
'em.
this is hard for me because I don't know these heroes based on anything other than the only like shows or movies that I've seen.
That's fine.
That's fine.
So out of the things I've seen,
Yeah.
Green Arrow from Arrow.
Of course.
I mean, you did name your son
Correct.
Ollie. It's Oliver, so
Correct.
Like
I like
the-
Iron Man, but I don't know if I
Iron
like.
Man.
I don't. Shut up. I don't know if I like him because you like him so much,
Right.
and I've just like
Right.
I don't know.
Okay. Brittany.
Well, I made a list after I watched the episode.
Okay.
But
Let's
I
hear it.
can't remember anything. I know Thor was on there in my top 3, and Black Panther and Spider-Man. I think those were the 3.
Ooh, I like Black Panther.
Okay.
Wakanda forever.
So out of the 3, what's your all-time favorite?
Thor.
Thor? Why?
Yeah. I don't know.
His hair.
He's just hot.
The shoulders.
The shoulders. You guys, in high school, when there was a dress code and everyone thought the boys were the one that liked the girls' shoulders, really it was the opposite way around, and
you
Brittany was
remember-
sexualizing the boys' shoulders. I see what was going on.
Don't you remember it was armpits?
Oh, the armpits. Yeah, that was a big deal too.
Couldn't wear short sleeves if you showed your armpit when you raised your hand.
That's
That
fun.
principle was weird.
Which principal was that?
Can I even say?
You could say Mr. Whoever, he's a public
Hubler.
figure. Oh, Hubler. I remember Hubler.
Oh, he was
He was the
middle
first year
school-
at middle school because the second year was Scheimer.
Oh yes, Publer. I do recall.
All I'm saying is he was very concerned about us ladies revealing our armpits to y'all. And
That
I don't
just
get
shows
what
more
he
about
had
him.
for armpits, but
Okay, so do you remember the like no it started in middle school because in elementary, or at least like in Montpelier, elementary is up to 6th grade, which is also how it was in Hartford. So boyfriend, girlfriend was really just you guys played together at recess. But
I wouldn't know.
fair enough. But then in 7th and 8th grade is when relationships started being more hand holding and hugging, and some of the couples like kissed and stuff. So they'd hang up the no PDA flyers, and they printed out 50 of them and hung them up all over the school without anybody proofreading. So it said no pubic displays of affection.
I do remember
that.
Yeah.
Golden.
And it stayed up for
We
a
should have kept
hot
one
minute.
and framed it.
Oh, dude, that would have been great.
We
It
could have
stayed
put it
for a
up in the
hot minute.
podcast room.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah, that would have been great. Dude, I feel like 7th grade and 8th grade were the nuttiest people we had. Do you guys...
Like, in terms of students, staff?
Staff.
Okay,
like
yeah.
teachers.
Absolutely.
Because, like, that was when I had Mrs. Jones. And Mrs. Jones was the blonde English teacher.
She's the
You
one
probably
that
had
did.
Maddox.
She's the one that did the play with us. The Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah,
I wasn't
He didn't do
in-
that one. I did Beverly
Okay,
Hillbillies.
I know you were in it, but I didn't know if you were there for it.
I didn't
at
do
all.
theater until sophomore year of high school.
Yeah.
That
but-
explains why I didn't know you sooner.
Yep.
But, like, she was crazy. I'll never forget.
I had Mrs. Great.
Yeah, you had great.
Okay.
Who did I say? I said Maddox. Yeah, great. It was great. I said I would never forget, and then I totally forgot his name. The social studies teacher in 7th grade.
Was it
Holloway.
Holloway.
Yes.
He was the guy. You ready for this? He told us, Brittany, when at the end of the school year, he said, "I'm retiring. Your class has made me hate teaching." He told all of his classes that. At least the class I was in. Now, granted, my class had the worst of the worst in it because it was like me
And other troublemakers.
and all the other troublemakers.
See, I really think that was just your class, not the class of 2017, because I definitely never heard that.
Okay, well, maybe he only told our class.
But that's
either
even
way,
worse. If it's
he's-
one specific
he
class
said-
of kids that
I
makes you
remember
quit teaching.
him saying those exact words. He was like, "Your class has made me hate teaching and hate students." We were like, "Winner, winner, chicken dinner. See you later, alligator." Like, we
Okay.
didn't care, dude.
That's
We
how
did
I
not
felt
like him.
about our home ec teacher. Did Holloway leave that year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say I didn't know if Brittany ever.
No.
I don't remember any of the
Man,
teachers I
when
had.
did
8th
you-
grade.
8th grade.
It was like
8th grade?
There was like two.
What?
There was like 2 months left of school when I moved here in 8th grade.
Okay.
I think I.
Did you
started
go
in,
to
like,
DC
March.
then?
I went with my
Okay.
school in Muncie.
Okay.
So I didn't. I started school the week you guys were gone.
Okay. So
Huh.
did you go to school when we were gone?
Yeah.
With like the 12 people left behind?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's
So
so
I
sad.
made friends with all the weird kids.
Yeah.
Go
But
ahead.
in 7th grade, I had a teacher in Muncie who got fired because he was like the girls' basketball coach,
Oh, no.
and he called all of us the B word.
Oh.
You
He's
can
like,
say it.
He's like, "You're all gonna be my bitches." for the next
Oh, that's not
week."
just calling you that. That's so different. That's so much
And
worse.
A bunch of us like went to the principal and were like, "Hey, like he called us this," and next thing we know, the next day at school he wasn't there.
Oh,
That's
dude.
so funny.
But listen,
Oh boy.
our sub that we had the rest of the school year, he was married to an Indonesian woman, and that's the rest of the school year. All we learned about was Indonesia. I'm not kidding.
Oh my god.
it-
I swear.
Was this like for a certain class or
It was
was
social
it?
studies.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Just Indonesia. That's all we learned about.
Cool. Do you remember any fun facts about
No.
Indonesia?
So you didn't really learn
Rats.
much.
No.
I was really excited to
was
learn
really,
something.
He was weird.
I'm sure. That's funny. Dude, who is like...
He was saying the home ec teacher.
Oh, yeah, Mrs. Arnett?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, I remember her too.
Do you remember the time
I know
our
exactly
friend
what you're about
Mark?
to say.
So for Brittany, who did probably never had to meet her. Actually, I know you didn't because you had to take the class freshman year of high school because the class that she taught. So she taught college and careers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And she was also the home ec. And I'm a big proprietor of home ec. I think that it should be taught so everyone has basic cooking skills. I love home ec. I love cooking. She made me despise it because she didn't let you do anything. She didn't let you do it your own way. So if you had the knowledge that she was already teaching you, she didn't let you try to advance on your own. If you said anything the opposite of her, you were wrong. I got in a lot of trouble in her class a lot of times. Me and Salad got in a lot of trouble together in that class. But one particular time, Mark, Austin, and I teamed up, and that was our cooking team, was the three of us. And we had to make taco salad, which is a baby food for babies. Super easy to make. And Austin is the pickiest human being on the face of the planet.
Yes, he is.
Meat, cheese, tortilla chips. That was it. And Mark and I were like, bet. We just put the extra on ours. Because we didn't care. We got docked points because Austin wouldn't eat the
Everyone got a
onions and
C
sour
minus
cream.
in our group because I didn't want to eat lettuce and tomato on my taco salad. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Explain
wow, Austin, way to bring everybody else down.
I don't care at all, bro. They even tried some stuff too, because there was one time too, because we always were in that group specifically.
Yeah.
And the three of us. And one time, was it pizza that we made that you guys were like, this would be funny, and put green pepper, like one green pepper at the bottom of it, and I totally caught it. Like, you guys tried poisoning me with green pepper.
Oh my god, I think
Not
we
the
did.
green pepper.
And then there was another time where you sat on the counter after we had cleaned all the counter and cleaned our workspace.
Filthy.
And Austin he jumped up on it to sit, and then all three of us had to stay a half an hour after class during lunch cleaning the table again, even though his ass was on one specific spot that I wiped off after I cleaned it. No, had to spend my lunch in that room with that woman.
Yeah. See, and she was one of those teachers that cried a lot, and so everyone wanted to be like, well, you guys are just so mean you made her cry. No, I almost cried half the time in that class. She was awful, dude. Shout out to Mrs. Arnett. No, but man, that was nuts, wasn't it?
Dude, middle school is rowdy.
I don't remember most of middle school. I think I blocked it out.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I choose not to remember.
I had 3 years of middle school because in Muncie it was 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Heck no.
In middle school.
Ugh.
Yeah.
They changed it to 7th and 8th right before we got there for us.
Was it?
Yeah,
Because we were so excited to go from 5th graders with trappers to be able to go have our lockers at the middle school. And then they're like, psych, it's Blackford Junior High now.
That being said, though, we got to be the top dogs in the elementary school for 2 years in a row.
Yeah. They
Which
made
I
a
had
huge
fun
deal out of it.
Yeah, I had fun with it. I mean, I'm sure Kassidy didn't because was never a top dog, but look at her.
Never a top dog. That's correct.
Yeah, never a top dog.
Is that going on your headstone?
Until I was prom queen.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, we got our prom queen and king here.
Not the couple that's married.
No, not the
Actually,
couple.
it's so
the
funny.
opposite. Yeah,
It's so funny because nobody even knew my name probably until maybe junior year. I guess it had to have been junior year because that's when we won.
Right.
well,
And
it
I'm
was-
pretty sure I was put in as a joke.
Same.
And then it just kind of happened that people were like, oh, that'd be funny. Let's see them up there.
Well, it was more than that. Like, there was more to it because, like, Girl in the Mirror was junior year, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people liked that.
Which is funny because every play that I was in where I ended up the lead role, which happened a few times, it was on accident. Because the only time I actually got the role on purpose was for Girl in the Mirror. Every other role, I was the understudy and the lead backed out at the last minute.
No, that's not true
Not the
because
Curious Savage.
Those last two were the only ones.
yeah, Curious Savage smacked.
That was
Speaking
the
of which-
best one.
There she is, right up
Oh,
there.
you are?
Curious
There she
Savage.
be.
I'm gonna have to get a goofy picture of
We
you and
both
frame
had
it.
great roles in that one.
Oh, yeah.
That was a great
It was so
play.
good.
I remember I wasn't a part of that one. I remember watching it though.
But that's the only reason why people ended up knowing who I was that play.
Well, also student council though, right?
I mean, yeah, but who's actually a part of
Weren't
student
you like
council?
president of student council?
Honestly, I don't remember.
I thought you were.
Student council, yes, but not I wasn't in office for any of the stuff like NHS and all the stuff that people were actually supposed to like. But sorry.
I'm not.
But
Me either.
but it's funny. It's kind of funny because yes, we won. But now, every year since then, it's kind of awkward because now they purposefully get the very not popular people and vote for them.
Well, it's a weird mix of kind of popular but not. Like, you know who they are, but like they're not the person that's like the like stereotypical popular person.
That's true.
But like everyone
were
knew
still-
who both of you guys were, especially Avery. Avery was one of those people that was kind of a part of every friend group, but also wasn't. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like, kind of, because then the year after that it was Tim, and Tim's a lot the
that's true.
same. And then,
Tim's everything I wish I could be and more.
I mean, you guys are all very similar, honestly. Like I've always thought you guys were really similar.
I love Tim. I think very highly.
I don't remember who the girl was that year.
Haley.
Though. Haley. Oh, but she was just a good, nice person. Like deserved it more.
Yeah.
So.
It was funny.
But yeah, that is. I don't know if that's still happening now, but that did.
Yeah.
That did happen like 3 years after. 2
It
or
was the
3
people
years.
you wouldn't think would win who won. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it started a trend
Oh yeah.
for the underdogs.
Trendsetters. Let's go.
Woo!
It's still so funny to me that Avery was the first person I slow danced with. And I was a junior in high school.
Yeah, that's kind of a diss on yourself, honey.
It is, but
That's true. It's accurate.
Speaking of dissing Kassidy
oh boy.
and really changing shifts here, changing gears here, I want to give all the listeners at home some
I know what
advice.
you're going to say, and before you say it,
No, let me say it. My podcast. Our podcast.
We.
Avery.
the other guy.
And him. There's a few things when you're getting married, okay? When you have a significant other, people, guests at home, grown-ups at home, when you have a significant other and you're like, wow, I really want to marry said person. They're pretty dope. There's a few things that you can look for, all right? A few things you can look for to tell you
I'm so mad.
whether or not you should marry him or not. Now, it doesn't have to be deal breakers, but it can help you gear towards the right way. One of those things that you can do to see if they're the perfect, mate is bring them a cereal box.
Stop.
Or bring them a bag of chips.
Listen.
Bring that to them. Open the box up for them. That's not the part that matters. The part is the bag on the inside of the cereal box, okay? Now, if they take the corner and they lightly pull it open and then slowly pull it all the way halfway back to where it's the perfect mix of being able to pour and also still containing itself as a bag, wife them, husband them, cuff them, dude. That's your ideal mate right there. But if they take the bag and they tug on it a little bit and they go, it's clobbering time, and then they rip it halfway down the side of the bag and all the cereal spills out
Listen.
inside of the box, that's
Red flag.
Listen.
Here's the thing. I didn't know
That was
before I married
one time.
I didn't know before I married Kassidy that was the kind of person she was. And I'm not saying I would change it now, but I would definitely think about it.
It was one time.
It was not one
It
time.
was one
No, you
time.
there is a bag of chips in the cabinet right now that you have ripped down the
Did
side.
I open those? Or was
Yes.
it them when they were here?
I think
It
it
was-
was me.
Redemption!
Vindication.
Honestly, I really think it was me.
There you have it. Like, I don't know what to say. And don't even act like you haven't done it since then. I pointed it out that one time. I put it on Snapchat without telling her I put it on Snapchat. And then every time after that, I took pictures of it. And if I go back in my photo album, you
Do
know what?
it.
I might do it, and I
Bet
might
you
post
won't.
those pictures on this video. I
Do
might
it.
do it. I just
Send them to Brittany. She'll put them on the Instagram.
Listen, why are we all coming after me for the way I open a bag of cereal?
because you open it like a monster, and then you make it impossible to you. First of all, it makes
Pause. If you're about to say I make it impossible to not let it go stale, that's completely irrelevant because you eat the whole box all at once.
Besides the point. There's two problems with doing that, okay? First of all, you make it to where you can't pour it properly, okay? You can't pour it properly because it seeps out the side. And then second, you think you run out sooner. Because then you get to the bottom of the bag and half of the bag is at the bottom of the box because it's put on the side.
To me, that's an extra surprise, first of all. Second of all, the way you eat cereal, just pour the milk right in the bag. You're going to eat it all in one sitting anyway.
What?
You're going to eat it all in one sitting anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I would never pour it in the bag. That's disgusting.
I'm just saying, make things easier.
Make things easier, my butte.
I also have some marriage advice.
I thought you were going to say you also have things to come after Kassidy with, and I was going to say, okay.
No, it's my turn.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
No, so
I mean, sorry, but...
So yesterday, I got home from work. I was working on an episode that we'll be recording later, and after I finally got it done, I was like, I gotta go take a bath, just kind of unwind a little bit, and then sleep for an hour and a half, and then come to start recording. And I go up there, and my facial hair has been bothering me for a while, so I decided to shave. And while shaving, I cut too short of my mustache, and it was going to be uneven and wasn't going to look right when I fixed it. So I trimmed it all up, so I'm clean shaven at the moment. And fellas at home, get yourself a wife that when you crawl into bed after freshly shaved, freshly showered, and you ask her if you look silly because you're a little self-conscious about how baby face you have, make sure that she replies with, "No, you look fine," without looking at you. And then before you go to bed and she kisses you goodnight, she goes, "Wait a second, did you shave?" And then spends the next 30 minutes of the hour and a half you had to sleep. She then spends the next 30 of those minutes making fun of your baby face.
Just roasting you. Dude, the best part of you telling that story is the anticipation laughter giggling in the back of my ear as Brittany's just sitting over there going, waiting for you to get to the part where she roasts you.
Dude, and it hasn't stopped. I mean, we got here to record and she was like, look at this little baby face.
Yeah, Avery was standing at the door trying to tell her about these things we got to record on our Switch for the podcast. And he's like, see, and this is how this works. And she just kind of like, I look over and she goes, I just can't take you seriously with your face like that.
That's what you meant. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't in there, so I didn't know what you're talking about.
That's why I'm thankful for these things, because I can't see his
She's talking about the guard for it's in front of Avery's face at the moment.
Roasted.
Okay, here's one. Make sure that the person you're going to marry trims all of their fingernails the same way. Because Austin over here has thumbnails that are 4 inches longer at all times than the rest of his fingernails.
Look.
If you're going to have talons, please have all talons or none.
No,
Oh my God, if you grew them all out, you could paint them.
I'm just saying, it would be better than this freaky thing that's happening.
Look, you guys don't understand. You don't have my thumbnails, okay? Thumbnails
You're
specifically are so weird because I have broken nail clippers. They have shattered when I'm trying to clip down. I have to use
I will buy you sandpaper.
I have to use the extra long ones and go like a little bit, like cut a little bit off at a time. Like I gotta like put it at the very edge and go clip, and then it'll get a little crack, and I just gotta follow that. And it takes like 20 minutes to do one thumbnail.
I will
it's
do
not
that
worth
for
it.
you.
I'd rather just let them get long, use them to, peel stuff off easier. That's always a bonus, right?
No.
And then when it breaks, and they're gone.
And then they grow back again in 3 days.
That's the other thing too. I gotta do it. If I kept up with these bad boys, all right? If I kept up with these bad boys, okay? If I kept up with these bad boys.
Okay.
If the bad boys were kept up with.
If I kept up with these bad boys, it would be twice a week for 20 minutes.
It would be twice.
If I kept up with
We
these
edit
bad
out the
boys.
space. It sounds normal. It's fine.
No, that's all staying. I'm just saying, if I kept up with these bad boys,
I'm gonna
it
kill
would
you.
take me 20 minutes every 2 days a week. That's too much time.
I will take that time for you and do it for you.
No, you won't. Bet.
Also,
Whoa, hold on. You can't hit us with 2.
I can.
I hit you with 1.
This is not-
It's
this
Brittany's
isn't-
turn to make fun of Avery now.
okay.
Definitely marry a man who will spend like 2 seconds looking for something that's right in front of his face and then be like, hey, babe, where's my wallet? And I
I've
will
never
literally
done
be
that.
I feel
sitting there
that.
staring at it. And it's literally like 2 feet away
This
from
is a
him.
lie. I've never done that.
See, that's a pretty good one because that applies to most dudes too. Like that's
Austin will be like, do I have any clean underwear? And I'm
No.
like,
Now,
check
You
the
know where my-
laundry
do
room.
you
Check
know
your
where-
drawer.
Do I have any clean socks? Well, you would if you would, like, when you take them off, put them together instead of throwing them everywhere around the room. And then we have to find.
See, Austin does put his together, and then they end up in the washer that way somehow. And then they are like, you have to like peel them apart because so much like soap was inside of them, and then it dries like that. It's fine.
Look, I don't. For me and Cassidy's situation, though, me not being able to find anything, this is one of those
I
situations
also know what you're gonna say.
where it is not my fault. Okay, this woman.
I get to
sitting
say my
across
second
from
thing
me,
now because you're saying one about me.
This woman sitting across from me will go, "Oh, you know this paperclip, for example? There are 97 places that could go in the house. I put everything in the same 1 or 2 places, okay? And that's how I can always find everything. I'll come home one day from work and she's, air quotes here, reorganized the house. And now I never find said
No,
thing.
listen. The paperclip, because I know what you're saying, and it's true. I admit it. But the paperclip is a bad analogy because that's something that doesn't matter.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Everything in my head is so jumbled. It truly is. You should really just feel sorry for me because this is how my brain works, okay?
Oh, we should.
It's manifested in the way that I keep our home. But there is one of 4 to 7 places that any one item could be. And I know all of those places in my head for every item in the house. So if you need something, no
Well,
problem.
see, but
I'll help
that's
you
the
find
thing.
it. But I got to check every single place because
See,
I don't
but
remember
that's
which
why
place I left it in.
That's why I don't even try to look for things. If I come home and you just did a bunch of laundry, I just go, "Hey, where's my underwear?" Because I'm never gonna find it.
Fair enough.
And you're not gonna find it either.
I end up finding it.
Oh yeah.
Especially when it's like the next day and I'm like, oh, remember that screwdriver you were asking for? Yeah, that was actually in the dog's food bowl.
Yeah, but you didn't find it because you remembered where it was. You found it because you came across it.
Whatever works, man. Okay, my second thing about Austin. And this isn't even something where I'm going to like completely just attack you for it. I'm asking your opinion. The chin strap. I need to know because he keeps threatening to bring it back. And by threatening, I take it as a threat.
Before
okay?
they answer, I want you to know something, okay? The first person when I very first shaved it down into a chin strap back in like 7th grade, or that was freshman year. It was freshman year. The first person to tell me it looked good was Avery.
Okay. Knowing him now,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
the face he has now.
Yep. I think that's an insult. Okay.
No. Just
Ouch.
first of all, even looking back, just tell me how you feel about it.
Bring it back.
Are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
I think bring it back and shave the head again. Double whammy.
Oh my gosh, you would look like a pervert.
Or he could mohawk with chin strap. I think that'd be equally.
This is
Nah,
the wrong
I don't like.
person
I
to
don't
be
like
asking.
the mohawk.
I'm with you.
Thank you.
The chin strap was baller,
No,
dude.
look, you turn your head a little bit and you're like, oh, he's got facial hair. Why?
What do you mean? You could see it from the front too.
It's so bad.
It
It's
gives
so
you a nice
bad.
firm outline of the
Okay,
jaw.
maybe if you're like a 45-year-old man, when you're 15, 14, however old you were when you shaved that the first time, I just don't know why.
It looked baller. You're right. Thank you.
I think your argument would make more sense if you flipped it the other way. Because, like, from 14 to 23, having a chin strap's like, oh, what's up, dude? My name's Zyler. I got a chin strap, and I smash. You know what I mean? But, like, 45, like, if we were doing the same conversation 20 years from now, I'd be like, you're a 45-year-old man, Austin, quit having a chin strap.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean?
If you have a chin strap at 45, you're either a weirdo who can't grow out of his high school phase still, or you're Pitbull. That's it. Like, those are the two things.
I don't like it. I never liked it. I just can't handle it.
But don't worry. You will like it. Because you will have a choice.
Well, let me ask you this.
That's until all
Let me ask
season.
you this. Yeah, no kidding. Let me ask you this. Will you ever like the way I open a bag of cereal?
If you do it properly, sure.
If you shave your face properly, then sure, I'll like it.
There's only one way to make a chin strap, honey.
Don't do it.
No.
Am I right?
No, you're wrong.
Dude,
I don't.
This would be a perfect time to put our money where our mouth is. And you listeners at home,
Oh gosh.
let us know in the comments below. We're going to take a vote. If we get more yeses than nos, Austin gets a chin strap.
Listen.
How about this instead?
Austin goes, wait,
How
hold
about
on.
this instead, okay? We make it a subscriber goal. That could be our very first subscriber goal.
Okay.
No, because when you meet it, I'm gonna be
100 subscribers.
100
100 subscribers. We're at 37 right now as of recording. 100 subscribers.
So we need 137.
No,
No,
we
no,
need
no.
to get to 100.
We need 137.
Gosh.
1,037.
No. I got 100 subscribers. I'll shave it into a chin strap again.
And I'll get a mohawk.
And Avery will
And
get a
I'll
mohawk.
jump off a building.
Wait, why can't I
We'll
get a
jump
mohawk?
off together.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
No, I don't.
Okay, what's an appropriate 100 subscriber sub goal then?
Yeah, help us come up with a 100 subscriber sub goal.
You get an ice cream. I don't know.
The podcast is just you and me slurping a bucket of ice cream.
No words are said. It's
No.
just
The big ass thing of Neapolitan ice cream. I'm
There's
eating
an
the
audience for
strawberry.
that somewhere. Okay.
Mukbang,
yes, there
bro.
is. Yeah, mukbang.
Brittany likes that.
No, I don't.
She watches the little Asian girls eat the ice.
I do not.
I've seen your TikTok.
No, you haven't.
That's funny. Well, any more marriage advice from you two? We kind of really just roasted each other. Anything else you could think when you're looking for that significant other?
Go ahead.
You bringing the heat?
Go ahead.
I don't got no.
They're too nice to each other.
Yeah, this is so annoying.
This is so annoying.
Don't worry.
No, I do have one more.
Okay.
So, it's important to find a woman who has your same material wants, right? You don't want to get a woman who wants expensive things when you're not a person who likes expensive things. You know, you don't want to get with a woman who wants, a $1,500 necklace when you're the kind of guy who doesn't make enough money for that, right? And as long as you're open and honest about that, it's all okay. However, you do want to find yourself a woman who will buy $1,500 worth of Squishmallows. Because it's a smaller investment over a longer period of time.
Math.
Yeah. Very nice.
Anything to say to
Any
that?
rebuttal, huh?
Marry a guy who has to set reminders on his phone to do the simplest things.
It's
Like
true.
what? Wait, pull out your phone. Let's see your reminders.
Oh no, it's a by minute thing.
Start reading then.
So it'll be like, hey Avery, will you clean the car out?
And he just started doing this last week. It took him that long.
Hey, at
That
least
many arguments.
Hey, I hear this as an improvement on his part, so this is good. You're doing
Hit it
better.
with the, hey Google, will you remind me to clean my car out at blank time tomorrow? No, not now, you stupid. Or I've always had really poor dental hygiene. That's just a real thing. It was not something ingrained into my head growing up, which I know is ridiculous. So I don't remember to brush my teeth regularly. So I'll hit it with a, hey Google, remind me to brush my teeth at 12 o'clock tonight.
And me telling him to do that. every night is not enough. So he has to
Hang-
rely on Google.
That's
true.
funny.
Like,
That is funny.
Thank you. See, now it's set for tonight.
There you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was some nice little advice. Very, very nice advice. No, what's the word I'm looking for?
I mean, my second one wasn't even advice. It was just
A question.
don't have a chin strap.
We talked about their favorite superheroes. Have they listened to the boy band episode?
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
the boy and girl
So you
band?
guys did listen
Have
to the
I?
boy band.
yes.
Okay.
What do you guys think? What
Don't
did you guys
worry.
think of that?
Austin didn't even mention this, but our first dance song was a Jonas Brothers song.
That's true.
When You Look Me in the
Really?
Eyes. Like an original Jonas Brothers song, not when they got back together.
Good song.
When they got back together, it was still fire though.
Yeah, but it wasn't the same like
It did-
childhood memories.
Yeah, they didn't sing to me like a prepubescent girl. They sang to me like a full-grown
Right?
woman, and
It
I
was so-
appreciate it.
So, did you agree with our standings? Did you
No.
like how I snuck Jonas Brothers to S tier?
Yes.
Yes, I did like that.
Okay.
The Cheetah Girls. I have to say,
Is-
you're wrong.
No.
Listen,
We are not wrong.
you're wrong.
No.
Cheetah Girls, Cheetah Sisters. Dude, they stand together.
Were they as low as the Pussycat Dolls?
They were Cheetah Girls
That's
were at the
offensive.
bottom.
That's
Okay,
offensive.
That's what I thought.
They should
Pussycat
at
Dolls were like 2
least
tiers up.
be.
Were they really?
Yeah.
They shouldn't have been.
Dude, I can't remember. We did that episode like 2 weeks ago. All I remember is I was very upset about the Manic Monday is the same band that sings Walk Like an Egyptian.
I
The
can't believe
Bangles.
you don't like that song.
What?
Manic
Manic Monday.
Yeah, that
I
song
can't stand that
sucks.
song either.
But Walk Like an Egyptian smacks.
You. Oh, okay.
No, I
No,
don't.
I love Walk Like an Egyptian.
I think it's just very overrated. Personally.
Really?
I do.
I think
I
it's just annoying.
I didn't listen to it when it was popular. Like I never heard it when it was popular.
Okay, fair enough.
I'd heard it like maybe in a movie.
None
or
of us
something,
did. I don't
and
think we
then-
were around when that was
Is that what
popular.
it- I don't know. I just know it was also the ending to one of the JoJo Bizarre Adventure seasons. Like it was the credits scene, and
If you say so.
Oh, by the way, are we going to talk about what we do?
What?
Brittany and I?
yeah, you
I
can
mean,
talk
sure,
about your
yeah.
professions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because the whole reason I said earlier I couldn't pick a favorite song is because I went to school for music. And so if I pick one favorite, then I can't because I got to go by genre at least.
If I can't pick a favorite, then I can't.
Is that what I said?
I'm pretty sure that's what you just said.
Well, that's uncomfortable
It's okay.
because that makes no sense.
So favorite genre then?
Okay. See, that's also tricky. I really like jazz.
You like jazz?
I do. I do. And
I love every time we're watching a show or movie and they make jabs at jazz, like in the
it
office.
makes me so mad. Well, not really.
What
It's
about
just annoying
jazz?
because of how
Jazz
much
is
of a
bad.
deal you make it out to be. But
What
I
about
play
jazz?
saxophone, so I have to like jazz. It's one of those things.
Me and Gabe, my little brother, almost got into a legit throwdown the other day because I was showing one of our coworkers a song, or no, he was showing me a song, and he's got really into jazz covers of video game music, and it smacks. Like they really do smack, and I love brass instrument. I really enjoy them, and the entire time Gabe's throwing a fit. He's like, brass is the worst. It all sounds the same. I looked him dead in the eye. I was like, I will throw down with you right now. I love brass instruments.
If
Yeah.
I could go back, I wouldn't have started on saxophone because
It's the worst brass instrument.
I played clarinet.
did you?
I did.
That's a pretty bad brass instrument too.
I
It's
don't
not a
like
brass
you.
Neither is
Neither is the
saxophone. I
saxophone.
know. It's a
I
joke.
wanted to play the flute because my sister played the flute and she said, "You can't copy me." So I copied her best friend and played the saxophone.
So like, we didn't get a choice on what instrument. Our
Oh.
music teacher was like, he had us like make this face like we were whistling,
Uh-huh.
and he's like, okay, based on like how your lips look when you're whistling, you can
Hey,
you can play
That
the
is an
clarinet.
entire-
You can play the clarinet or the saxophone. I was like, okay, well,
Honestly, though,
I'm gonna play the clarinet.
Here we go.
listen,
Tell us, Cassie.
Stop. So I
Tell
it
us why
sounds
that's
so
not
stupid.
absurd.
It sounds so stupid, but I have a degree in music education, for those of you who don't know. And that was an entire class that we had to take, pretty much, is fitting children for instruments. Because if they have certain, like, what are you going to say?
No, keep it going.
Okay,
I'll
okay.
get to my question.
Okay. Well, it was a big part of one class where it's introducing instruments to young kids or just people in general, and you have to take in their physical characteristics, because if you have a kid with one hand, you can't have him play the saxophone because he cannot play the saxophone. So instead, you say, hey, how about the trumpet? And then the kid can play the trumpet.
Don't you need two hands?
There's just 3 valves.
Oh, trumpet's the one with this.
Mm-hmm. And there's like, and then like if there's someone with
That's
an
a
overbite,
trombone.
yeah. If there's an overbite or an underbite, like you have to figure out stuff with that. And if they really, really have their heart set on a certain instrument because like their grandma played it and their mom played it, whatever, then you can try to get them excited about that. But you're supposed to steer them in a direction that they will be successful in.
Interesting.
Can you tell me what instrument I should play?
Tuba.
Is it 'cause I'm a fat guy? There's nothing funnier than a fat guy in a tuba.
You know, I honestly don't know.
I got some thick
Go,
ribs.
go around the room. What instrument should we play, honey? In your professional
See,
opinion.
I tried playing tuba in high school, and my lips aren't big enough. I could not make a sound out of it. So I played the little tuba, the baritone.
Okay.
But I think clarinet is good for you. I see that. Are we going personality-wise or, like, literally, like, based on you?
That is such a nerd band geek thing to say.
You know
Okay,
what?
okay.
Actually, no.
Do
Can we
both.
get both? Yeah.
Okay.
What is this, astrology?
okay.
Come on.
No, this is more accurate than astrology.
Okay.
Personality-wise, I think both of those fit you. Clarinet, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I definitely fit in with the other kids that play clarinet.
Squidward.
Yeah. Austin, honest to God. Flute.
What?
Because-
Is that based on
I
what?
knew you were going to say
Because
that.
your lips, like physically wise, your lips would work for flute because you have a bigger bottom lip than you do a top lip. Okay? Just saying.
Okay.
And now, your personality. Anybody who meets you for the first time or listens to you is like, he's a little fruity. Just a little bit. Okay? I'm just saying. And there's always that one boy that plays flute. And that would be you.
And I would kill it.
Yeah.
Lizzo plays flute, don't she?
Lizzo does play flute.
Anyway,
Austin
I hate
and I,
Lizzo.
Austin and I got in an argument
Well,
the
I
other
hate
day.
you.
Dude, I can't stand Lizzo. But okay, let's stay on track here.
And I just think tuba for you. It's for all reasons. Like personality wise, like tuba.
I'd throw
It's
down
always the loud guy in the back,
Yeah,
you know?
I could do that. Have you seen the video of the news reporter who's like, and this kid's playing a tuba. That's my favorite instrument. Take a listen to this. Brr, brr, and he drops his mic down.
Yes.
It's tuba. It's so. I'll show it to you later.
We had a girl in our high school who played French horn. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Nope.
She had this very expensive marching French horn called a mellophone, and someone poured acid in it, and it like turned it purple and ruined it. And I think it was like an ex-boyfriend or something. Poured acid all over it because she was like really serious about music.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a very interesting story.
I don't know. It just came to me. I know.
So,
I'm so good to listen
Brittany,
to.
what do you do?
Well, let me just say this first. I also went to school for education. However, I'm not a teacher because one, I make more at my current job, and two, I don't like kids.
Honestly, I feel that. I feel it.
But it took me getting a degree to realize I don't like kids.
So when you're
I like the planning part of it. Like
Hey.
I love making lesson plans.
Hey,
you guys should
we gotta
collab.
collab because
Dude,
I'll
I
deal
would
with the kids,
actually love that.
but I am so unorganized. I am so
Now, granted, in her defense, she has to kind of come up with things on the fly every once in a while, because sometimes her school hits her with a, hey, by the way, today we have to use your classroom, so load everything up on a cart and go classroom to classroom.
Yeah,
Good
I
luck.
heard about that.
Yeah. So
Just randomly.
You know, I spent $32,000 a year on the schooling that I went to. Regrettably so, I'm sure. I spent 4 years slaving over this music degree, only to come out and my job be teaching kindergarten and first grade music and art, which I'm not certified to do and have no experience in. And really, it's saying, this is how you be a human. This is how you sit in a chair. And so that part I'm not super excited about. But
Hopefully you get out.
yeah, it'll be fine. It's fine.
You do that thing that one girl does with the boom whackers on TikTok.
See, I would love
She
to,
popped off.
but I tried to order boom whackers for my class, and they were like, here's a toilet paper roll.
Here are 2 broken toy lightsabers from 2006.
Goodness gracious.
So back to what you were saying.
Yes.
I just deliver pizzas. I work with you guys, and I deliver pizzas.
I'm the minority.
How much do you love it?
No, it's fine.
Delivering pizzas is a pretty decent job, because like
I get to listen to my own music.
Right.
I get to get out when it's nice and have my windows down. I mean, yeah, I have to deal with people, but
Right.
for like 2 seconds.
like, and not to try to sit here and say that like your job's the best job in the world, you know what I mean?
No, yeah.
But like delivering pizzas when I did before I became a manager was my favorite job, because like you get to, it's crazy busy in the store, you get a little bit of a break from that. Maybe you take 2 or 3 and you get a nice long break from that,
Yeah.
you know?
And
then
that, I think that works for my personality.
yeah, because being stuck in there, it really does get to you
It
sometimes.
gets
So
overwhelming.
yeah. So it is nice for that. It's nice for the hiding, you can hide snacks in your car, you know, and just cruise.
Yeah. I have like a bag of pretzels.
Yeah, and if
some
you
Chex Mix,
and if you speed on your way to the delivery, get there early. On your way back, you could take the long way and just kind of like feel the air blow through your hair, you know. So I always really like.
yeah, but I
delivering pizzas.
definitely never speed.
Exactly.
Never
Yeah.
speed.
Never
We
speed.
follow all of the rules.
You hear that, Alex? She never speed.
Never sped once. Or Jeff. Jeff doesn't listen.
Yeah, no, Jeff doesn't listen. He might. He was asking about the podcast the other day.
Dude, I think it'd be really funny if, because you know how they send a newsletter out like once a month? I could totally see like Carrie hearing about this and then going, "Oh my God, Pizza Hut people, well, you know, our people are making a podcast," and then sending it out to everybody.
And just hear us crapping on him.
That'd be really funny. And then you know what would inevitably happen? We'd just get 10 times busier.
Yeah. No,
Pizza
Cassie's
place
the
is
minority
pretty
here.
fun.
Yeah, the pizza
Pizza
place we work at
establishment.
It's
is
fine.
great. I like most of the people I work with.
Most of the people.
Most
Except
of
for
the
the 2
people.
that are sitting here, right?
Oh.
Yeah. See, I respect you two for being able to work together and be married, because I love Austin to death. I would die for him. I probably wouldn't kill for him, but that's just because I can't picture myself killing
Wow.
anybody. But I could not work with you.
It works sometimes, and I think it's because like I'm not always around him when we're at work.
That's true.
But it does get like we literally spend 24/7 with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it does get to be a lot sometimes.
The first
but-
time that happened for Austin and I was COVID. And that's because we were forced into the house together. And that's probably when I ripped that bag of cereal, and now you're just bitter about it.
No, that happened the first week after we got married, and
Okay,
I
fair
said
enough.
in my head,
Oh, gosh.
I remember the day.
So
Don't
when,
talk about
Oh,
me
okay,
not
yeah.
remembering dates. I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that one.
Yeah. When's your son's birthday? I don't know. When did your wife open that bag of cereal? Oh, wait, you remember that like it was yesterday.
yeah, when the Rona hit and they were like, "Stay inside," Brittany and I looked at each other and we're like, "Hell yeah, vacation!"
for the most part. But I don't like staying in. I like going out and doing stuff.
I do too.
I like going out and spending money that I don't have on Squishmallows. Like, yes, I'll admit it.
No, I'm very in the middle. Sometimes I do like going out, but honestly, I think for the most part, I'd rather stay.
See,
I need a
would
good
like
balance.
I would like to have people over at my house all the time
Yes.
because I love being around people, but I also want to be home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that. But yeah, so what were you about to say? Were you about to say something?
I can't remember.
Okay.
Okay, on your zombie episode.
Okay,
I haven't watched that one yet.
that's fair.
Okay.
Okay, I have a
So-
question.
Yeah.
So, you said you're zombies in your if this was real scenario,
Uh-huh.
where you said they were mostly like the Walking Dead ones, right?
Like that,
Pretty
in
close.
my
Pretty
opinion,
close.
would be the most likely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
The zombie part of it where they decay and then
Yes, not how they turn into
Right.
it. That didn't make
Okay.
any
the
sense.
infection doesn't make any sense, but the zombie creature
Themselves.
itself
So-
makes sense.
So you say we are not all infected automatically.
Right.
No.
Okay,
Mutated cheeseburger.
cool. So, if that's the case and they decay, then wouldn't they eventually die out?
So
Yes.
yes and no, because with the way they decay, like especially in The Walking Dead, I didn't watch it. Brittany does. But there's a scene in one of the later seasons where there's like a lake filled with bodies, like of walkers, that is still alive, but it's just the pieces of the brain that are still connected to body parts. So it's like they're from like chest to like brain are still there. Like some of them are literally just like a shoulder and the head, but it's this huge mesh of like decayed bodies that can't do anything anymore.
Right.
But they still can like pull you down into the pit and eat you. But
Yeah.
then when it rains and they get that moisture and it kind of revitalizes their skin, they can start pulling themselves out of it.
Okay.
So I think as long as the brain is connected, because in Romero, like George A. Romero
Yeah.
zombies, which you credit him for everything
Right.
because he was, it starts it's just the brain stem that gets
Does the brain stem ever decay though? Because if the whole thing decays, then the Walking Dead scenario with everyone's already infected, that makes sense because you're always going to have a supply of zombies.
Right. So I don't.
Yeah,
it's something
that's
that you
what
have to
she
take
meant
out.
more of is like it. Eventually, that part's got to decay too, though, right?
I don't know, because when somebody passes away and they have to get ready, like just real life, when somebody passes away, you take them to the mortician and they pull out of the junk out of them that isn't going to decay or decay as fast. You know what I'm saying? And like the brain is one of the things they pull out.
Because I know
So-
like the bones would never decay, but all of the connective tissue would. So then they couldn't move anyway.
Right? Then they
Right.
would literally just be.
Because if we weren't all infected, then it would last as long as people learned how to not get bit, and then it
Right.
would just go away.
Unless the initial
Outbreak.
thing of outbreak, was just too overpowering
That's
for
true.
everybody. But even though I feel like eventually we would come out of it,
Yeah.
unless it was a scenario like The Walking Dead, which is why The Walking Dead is so different than most, because it won't ever go away now unless you find a cure.
Right.
So
And the CDC says make sure to call your loved ones when the zombies come.
and a bunch of other stuff that was very stupid.
Brittany, what is your favorite pizza topping?
Pepperoni.
Yeah.
What's your favorite pie though? Like pizza pie. If you were to build your own pizza at work, what's your go-to one?
Well, it changes like all the time. Like I was on that like green pepper kick, and I don't like green peppers.
Yeah, that's
But I do
that. Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
Green pepper kick was very anxious time.
Interesting. Okay.
Because lately it's been pepperoni, sausage, and
Mushroom.
Yeah,
Okay. It was really
See,
good.
I'm on the mushroom train.
I love
Yeah.
mushrooms.
I
on
do
pizza.
too.
I love mushrooms. Or something.
I guess I'm just not a fun guy myself.
Not heard that one before.
So funny.
CSI. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, yeah. Mushrooms, not my thing. Cassie, what's your favorite? If you had to make your favorite pizza.
See, I'm not as well versed as y'all, even though I did work at your establishment well before y'all did.
For like 2 days.
It was like 2 years.
Wasn't 2 years. Go ahead.
Bet. Honestly, I'm so burnt out on pizza
Real talk.
Yeah.
that I don't even know if I have. I guess I just like like a supreme, like just everything on it.
Top notch.
Nasty, bro.
I do, mostly because growing up, my sisters are so picky, like Austin, that all we ate was pepperoni pizza. And when my mom worked, my dad didn't know how to cook, and so every night he ordered Pizza Hut every night. And it was always pepperoni pizza. And that was for like, it was probably only a few months, honestly, but it felt like 7 years. And then, fast forward, and I marry a guy who works at a pizza place. And so it's just a lot of pepperoni in my life. And sometimes I'm like, pepperoni pizza sounds good. But it's got to be like someplace different than what I'm used to always having.
Right.
But
Dude, I think a cheese pizza smacks
Me
way more
too.
frequently.
Yeah.
See, pepperoni pizza though, in is it French onion dip? Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my trick. I taught you guys
Yes.
that.
Yeah, that is
Yeah, that's my
fire.
trick. French. Have you ever had French onion dip with like chips?
Yeah.
Pepperoni pizza and French onion
Like
dip.
like thin, crispy pepperoni
Yeah,
pizza, especially
like a red baron,
so
baron with like the special. Trust me, it's one of those things that everyone's like, huh? And then they try it. See, I'm picky, right? That's what everyone wants to make fun of me for. But I have the best ways of combining two things that only picky people like and making them good.
because you think like a toddler when you choose your food.
And, but you act like it's not good.
It is
You
good.
like it every time.
Yeah,
I'm also the Doritos and ketchup guy.
I don't like that.
You're disgusting.
That makes me uncomfortable.
I'm uncomfortable
Look,
now.
Have you tried it?
I don't like ketchup.
We have ketchup and we have Doritos downstairs. You're trying it before we leave.
I don't like ketchup.
Do it for the audience.
Do it for the vine.
Do it for the
Nah, but that's good. There's other ones too.
I like Doritos and cottage cheese.
Oh.
My
that
dad
that is a top notch
always
combo.
cottage
always had
cheese.
Doritos and cottage
What?
cheese.
Oh, I'd rather
So
die.
good.
Cottage cheese.
Yeah.
Bro, how do you not like cottage cheese?
Cottage cheese, bro. Oh my gosh. Cottage cheese.
You know what I'm noticing as I'm sitting here? Before you marry a guy, listen to the way he says cottage cheese.
I thought you were just gonna say make sure he wasn't picky. That makes more sense.
That too. Oh my good gravy goodness.
What's
Bro,
wrong with the
gravy
way I say
sounds
cottage
good.
cheese?
Talking about pizza reminds me of talking about work. And the other day, Avery punched the soda machine.
I'm going.
Oh no.
You and I are
I
gonna
need to hear
was
this.
you.
I need to hear this.
No, okay.
He punched
This
the
is
root
what
beer.
happened.
the soda
This is-
machine. And now the root beer doesn't work
Broken, dude.
anymore.
And then when Alex called him to see if it was him, he tried blaming it on somebody else. Alex,
Oh,
are you
no.
listening?
I'm so pissed.
The truth comes out.
Does Bruno Mars is gay? No, that's a Game Grumps bit. But no, so something had happened to the soda machine
Yeah,
over
and
the
he got
weekend.
mad and he punched the soda machine.
I hate it when
And
that
Now it's
happens.
broken.
And we're not sure what actually happened.
And
I know what happened.
The audience is going to think I'm just some kind of angry guy who punches things.
Well,
I mean, that's
you
accurate,
are.
but I didn't punch the damn soda machine.
Avery, don't get mad.
Please don't punch my soda machine.
There's expensive equipment around. If you're
Please
getting
don't punch
angry,
anything.
Why'd you move into it?
So, yeah.
Oh, n-
And now
Somebody
it's
broke the root beer on the soda machine.
Somebody.
Got it.
Alex called me 100% blaming me for something I didn't do, and now everybody thinks that I broke the soda machine.
Cry.
interesting. That's weird because she's talking about it like she was there when it happened, and
I was. I was there.
oh,
So I
interesting.
saw him do.
Oh,
So now we have a witness.
oh, dude, I
have
can't wait for Alex to hear this.
I'm gonna have to make like the mafia, make witnesses disappear.
Oh wow, it's too late, bud. This is
Cement
recorded.
shoes.
That's fine.
That's fine.
I'll throw you in the pond with the cement shoes, but you're taller than the pond is, so your head will just be sitting there, and the geese will swim by and just like poop at you.
In that case, I also saw you punch the soda machine.
You are not tall enough to have cement shoes in the pond.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's funny. I can't believe you did that though. I knew it was you.
I knew it too.
I don't think it surprised anybody.
That's why we thought it was him.
Oh my god! First I'm a hipster, and now I break the soda
You
machine.
are a hipster.
That's such a hipster thing to do.
Yeah.
Truly. Like, to take your aggression out on a soda machine. How hipster. Look at him. He even does the thing with his eyes like a hipster.
Lose my shit.
He's trying to gather his chi. Hold on, everyone.
I drove home in a Honda.
Kassidy, Brittany, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about. Thank you two for joining us. You didn't hear. This is our podcast now.
yeah. Well, that's what when we were getting all the requests for people to come on, and everybody was super pumped, and we've got people asking to come on and do stuff. We were like, well, we're gonna have to figure out how to get more mics in here, more mics working to get people in. And there really is nobody better to have with us than our wives, because I mean they're supporting us through this. They give us the extra time to do the nonsense that we're doing, and we're not big now, but you know, we'll
Maybe
remember
one
you
day.
when we hit the top, kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for coming, and thank you for hosting this the first of many Auto Pets tournaments.
Yeah.
So definitely catch you grown-ups next time.
Yeah, do you guys want anything else you want to say? Sign us off? All right,
And there
everybody.
we go.
You guys have a wonderful night, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.